Right. Seamus and I are off. It is May the 9th. We're heading into Frontenac Park for a 3-day trip. And there's our first blaze, or our first trail marker. And above it, the orange triangle, that's the Rideau Trail marker, which goes through Frontenac Park. The Friends of Frontenac Park website lists this as a 4 to 5 hour hike to our first campsite, which is campsite 11, and we're heading up to check out the dam. So we're off down the corridor trail. Still on the corridor trail, and I wasn't going to do another video on this trail, but the wild trilliums are all up. Just going to zoom in there for a second. And that is Ontario's provincial flower. So if you're ever in Ontario hiking and you see the wild trilliums, don't pick them. There's a fine for that. I gotta say, the park is looking really nice and green compared to last year when I came close to this time and it was still snow and ice. Whoop. Alright, there we go. We just finished walking through this section that was like a snake's nest or a den of snakes or something. I mean, they're just garter snakes, but when there's that many of them, it's still creepy. Oh, some of these trails are very muddy. So this is our lunch spot for the first day, next to this trickling stream. And that's the direction we're heading off in next. Just crested up this hill, and the map marked this as a lookout, and it marked it well. This is beautiful. Just on a day hike, set up at our campsite, got in at around, well, we left for campsite at 10 a.m., got in at around 3:45. We're all set up and we're going for a little hike. It's now 10 after 4. We're heading to Kingsford's Dam. Partly doing this just to see how I'm walking or hiking on my now popped blister is, and actually it's because it's kind of on the side of my foot. I'm not noticing it unless I kind of step sideways, so I think it was probably caused by a wrinkle in my sock. So there's a note for everyone: make sure those socks are pulled up nice and tight. Seamus is doing great. He did, however, have a nap right after we got to the campsite and got set up. It's a great campsite, very, very private. Not exactly at the water, it's up the hill from the water, so you gotta go down to where there's the portage crosses. But it's like a 2-minute walk from the campsite. Yeah. Other than that, staying hydrated. No twisted ankles or anything else anything worse than the blister, so moving on. Just coming up to Kingsford Dam. I've never been here, so I don't really know what to expect. There you go. Kingsford Dam. Just got back from Kingsford Dam. Super short little hike from here. There's the view out my tent. Seamus is getting down for a night, getting ready for a nice lie down in the shade under the table there. Here's the inside of the tent here. Pretty exciting, I know. And there's the view out. There's the view out my back door. Beauty. Hey there. Just finishing up dinner. Some ramen and a little bit of jerky and a glass of wine. And gonna go for a little bit more of a day hike because we still got some beauty light. Once Seamus wakes up from his nap, at least. Yeah, it's been a great day. Got an amazing distance in one day, I gotta say, and looking forward to tomorrow, which I think should be about an equal distance. And feeling pretty good now that I've rested up a little bit. Although I will say, the park ranger, when I saw him this morning, told me that the black fly season started 2 days ago. And he's absolutely right. And I don't know if they're more annoying or less annoying because they're all tiny right now. I guess we'll have to see by the end of the 3 days. I don't really have anything to say in this video, but it's raining now. That's always good. Alrighty, well, it's around 7:15. We just left our campsite. We did get quite a rainstorm last night. Oh, there's Old Bridge, New Bridge, or mostly bridge, I guess. There we go. Pretty boggy section of the park here. Something Robin, I'm sure, misses from RKY camp is the bog walks. Going up that way. Still lots of the trilliums too. I was a little worried about Seamus. I didn't know if he'd have the energy for this today, but he woke up like a shot. He was ready to go before I was. The trail is a bog. We've been going for about 15 minutes now, and the whole thing is just mud. Now that said, still loving it. And so is Shame. We're hiking along this ridge down in this little valley. Come on, Seamus. That way. Good boy. It's nice to be the first person on the trail, but there is a downside in that I'm clearing all of the spider webs with my face. So no one really enjoys that. There's the trail. There's the big crevice where the trail's washed out, and you can see a big tree that's come down over there. So I guess we're going... Seems like people have been using this over here as a kind of alternate route, right down through the crevice. Yeah, it's totally washed out through here now. Come here, buddy. Up this side. Go on. Up this side. Shame. Up. I know, it's hard to see where to go. Seamus. Seamus. Come on, up here. I haven't checked the map to see which one it is, but here's one of the old houses. You see the old bed standing up there. One of Frontenac Park's nice emergency barrels. And the danger sign. I'm gonna come over here. I'm not going to get too close to the danger area, but I assume it's one of the old open, yeah, you can see all on the ground. This is one of the old open mica mines There's an old, what was a forest. You can see all the trees the beavers took down in there. Dammed this up. Thank you for the bridge, by the way. And then heads down this little stream out into the lake. Beauty. Look at that, though. The destructive force of the beaver. I hope this comes through on the camera, but the sun's just getting to that spot where the forest's starting to glow. I have to say, this trail so far between campsite 11 and 13, which I think I calculated it being around 13.8 kilometers, is beautiful. Unlike a lot of the trails in the park that used to be like the surface roads and the farm roads and whatnot, this is all old school, single track forest trail. There's nothing I enjoy more than this. No type of trail, at least. I mean, in the views. Going up and down through all these ravines and gorges. Now that said, it's not a easy hike by any means. Go on, boy. Go on, Seamus. Especially after a rain, early morning. Got to be careful on all those slippery rocks. Doing all of that going downhill and holding the dog, probably not the best time to be shooting a video, but there you have it. Alrighty. Talk at you later. We're in this bog. We just came across 1, 2. Now we're on this long walkway. Look at that thing. That's the beavers at it again. They've even, it looks like, started gnawing on the bridge. Yeah, in case you were wondering if you can hear that noise, that's one of them taking a tree down somewhere in here. Just gnawing away at it. It's actually surprisingly pretty, but oh, infested with bugs. It is so bad in here right now. And there's another spider web on the face. Alright. There's the roof of one of the other old buildings. Completely collapsed in on itself there. I don't know if you can see it there. See that thing moving? That's the shell of a very large turtle. Let's come over here. Look, oh, there's his head. To give you an idea, his head's about the size of my fist. And that's not the largest turtle I've ever seen in Frontenac Park. Pretty off. Here's Shamey boy, walking a little slower. We're on the approach trail to our campsite now, through this like weaving trail between all these junipers. It's very pretty, and it smells really nice. I don't like junipers on my lawn, but out here like this, they are really, really pleasant. We're ahead of schedule, so we've just stopped for a break, and as you can see, I have a tired puppy. Seamus is doing really good. It's nice though to stop here. We stopped up on top of this cliff. Views are great. There's a really nice breeze which is cooling you off at the same time that it's sorry, I'm out of breath. Cooling you off at the same time that it's keeping all the bugs away, so it's the perfect spot for a break. It is starting to sprinkle a little bit, but we'll be within our campsite within an hour, so even worst case scenario, we'll be in a tent within an hour and a half, hopefully. We are still a little bit of schedule of when our campsite has to be empty by, which is 2 o'clock. So kind of fingers crossed that those people are up and on their move, or that there was no one there last night. But with a great weekend like this, I doubt that very much. Right, buddy? Seamus? Seamus? Hi. Yeah, handsome boy. Just whipping up some breakfast. This is all my windscreen here. You can see the flame on my stove. Making a little ramen. Got some spices and some flatbread to have with it. I gotta say, on this trip what I could use more of is jerky. I really enjoyed having that. I'll have to get 3 bags next time instead of 2, I guess. And other than that, just having a nice time. Bugs have gone down a little bit. It's kind of a cool evening. Seamus is on is tied up. He's just lying in some dirt, enjoying himself. Well, spinning around so you can see. There he is. There's our little tent set up. Oh, catching mosquitoes. He's really good at that when we get inside the tent. He was having dinner a minute ago. Yeah, once we get in the tent, he's good at helping me clear it out. Well, talk to you guys later. Got my movie theater all set up. Got clothes hanging out everywhere, drying. Got my dog all hunkered in. He's sleepy. He's been so good this weekend. There's the full view around the corner there. Down to my glass of wine. There's the view at the door of my tent. It's pretty well protected actually, because I've got this hill on this side, and then when you turn around over here, you've got another hill. So pretty well protected from the wind. And there's my bear bag that'll go up the tree. Yeah, and a beautiful lake. Over our last morning, it is, I can't see my watch because Seamus is bugging me. It's a little after 6:30. Just starting to get packed up. No rush because we don't have to be back to get picked up till noon. So the latest I want to be out here is about 8 o'clock. I'm expecting about 4 hours to get back to the main office. We're about half packed up. Seamus is getting comfy in all the rain gear over there. Couple comments. Campsite's great. It's listed as really private. It's away from the rest of the campsites, but it's close to the entrance trail and close to the docking place. So you get a little coming and going traffic. What else did I want to say? This campsite was way cleaner than campsite 11. 11A was really messy. Somebody even cut down a tree. There was broken glass in the fire pit. I don't use fires normally on a backpack trip, so that didn't impact me, but lots of people do. Found another tent peg. It seems I can't go on a camping trip or a backpacking trip without bringing home at least one of somebody's tent pegs. So there you go. It's fine for me. This one was a nice tent peg too, so that's always good. Can always use a couple extras, although I've never seemed to lose mine. Spin around over here a little bit. You can see, I don't know how well this will come through, did get some moisture under the tent. Now that said, I've been using this tent for about 5 years. The Camper 2 holds up. Seamus and I are super dry, no problem whatsoever, no moisture anywhere inside the tent. Alright, well, hopefully if it's not raining too bad, I'll shoot a video on the trail, and at least a closing video when we get to the office. Get a feeling the rain's going to be coming on pretty soon. Gonna get another video in here, walking through this awesome little valley. It just keeps like dropping down and leveling off and dropping down and leveling off. Wow. Look at that. And the trails, I don't know how well this will come across, but the trail's right along the edge. There's Seamus in the trail. Whoa! Oh, awesome. Alright, buddy. Alright, well, I'm going to hit stop on this so I can get down this using both hands. Just stopped to adjust my load lifters. Cool little island across here. This is actually the portage point coming off of Big Salmon to go across to La Belle. Pretty nice. Just stopped here for a break. It's a good place to kind of show you how you keep coming up and up and up. You can see 1 plateau, 2 plateaus, 3 plateaus on the other side. Sometimes it feels like it just goes on and on and on. But then you get up here, and you're almost at tree level, really. Makes the climbing worth it. Plus the breeze right now is gorgeous. And Seamus needed the break. Hey, buddy. Alright, we're off again. It's 10:35 in the morning. We're right on schedule to meet Robin in about 45 minutes to an hour. Just we're on the corridor trail, and we've just stopped on this little bridge to have what'll probably be our last little rest of the hike. Everyone's getting a little water, sitting down for a minute, and we'll be heading out here. It really was a wonderful weekend. Had a great time. Mostly rained just at night. I don't know if you can see that little hill right in front of me there, but that's actually a beaver dam. There's a lake right on the other side of that. So if ever that should open up, this kind of marshy area that we're standing in would be a river, or at least until the lake emptied. There's my boy. He has been amazing. I'll do the final calculations, but it's something around 40 kilometers over 3 days. And he's a trooper. There's moments where I think he's pulling me along.